I'm ready.
Right.
I'm ready.
Do we clap?
I'm ready.
We need to clap, don't we?
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot we have to do
Oh,
that.
yes, we do need to clap.
On your go, Codes.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of the 3 a.m. Chats podcast, episode 18. I'm so enthusiastic. What's going on? Yeah, I mean, wow. We haven't done this for a month, right? It is. It's cool.
The last episode came out on the 26th of March.
It's been a hot minute. Hasn't it? I mean, we've basically, long story short, we've been busy. We've been very, very busy. Some restrictions have been lifted, obviously, in the UK. We've been doing stuff like, for example, me and Joe, we've moved to London, which is incredible. Harry's been killing the audition game. It's been great. But I think today we're just going to sort of talk about what we've been doing in that thing called life, and just kind of letting you guys have a little insider as to what we've been doing. And what we are looking forward to. But yeah, how are you guys doing? You both good?
I'm grand, mate. How are you?
It's grand. I'm very grand, Joe.
I'm grand. I'm grand too, but a grand don't come for free. No, I'm good.
What?
I'm very good. That was a Streets quote. None of you got that. That's fair
That
enough.
went straight over both me and Joe's head.
I was like, I've got music knowledge. That's all it is.
See, if we were in person, me and Joe would have just looked at each other and be like,
They did.
Cool, mate.
If anyone listening, they looked at each other like, this guy's a prick.
I don't get it. Cody's not heard it. He hasn't got his hearing aids in. Let's get on with it.
Well, why don't we kick it off? Joe, what have you been up to first? What have you been doing?
Oh fucking hell! Where do we start? I think.
What have you been doing?
Well, I haven't. I've been doing, mate. No, it's cool. So, last one. When did you say it was? 26th of March.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ages ago.
So, since then, started my own business. It's called Refresh, which was basically looking at looking at educating and giving people the tools to create their own lifestyle. So like using fitness and nutrition and sleep and just looking at health, but with an approach of mental health at the forefront of it. So I then went and got a qualification and did a before we opened up again in exercise and mental health. So I did that and then created my business to 6 weeks for free, taking on 12 people and then help educating them and stuff like that. So that was really cool. Finished that. Got some amazing results. Had a couple of people. Wasn't just the focus on losing weight. So I had some people who wanted to lose weight, some people who wanted to gain weight, but the focus wasn't on
That's cool.
the aesthetics of it. The focus was on helping people improve it's almost like improving their happiness without sounding too wanky. It was like, I want people to have performance-minded goals, or have a goal of, I want to feel better about myself rather than, I want to lose however much weight. Obviously, sometimes that did come with it, but that came as a byproduct of you feeling fitter, you feeling stronger, you feeling healthier, rather than, I just lost weight. You lost weight because you felt fitter and stronger and healthier, and you improved your nutrition, those type of things. And also then the gyms were reopened and everything like that. So I then officially started teaching workouts at F45. I've been doing loads of performance stuff, had a couple of auditions, which was really great. Not necessarily getting the jobs, but at the end of the day, it wasn't about that. It's just about feeling grateful to be back in an audition room, being back able get to sing with a piano, dance in a studio, get to mingle with other people. I love how this phrase has come into become a part of life, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Socially distance, of course. But it's been really cool. And then like yesterday, I got to do be part of something called Prep Your Rep, which is like a workshop company. Which the woman who runs it, Kaylee, she's just an inspiration to every single human being, in my opinion.
Isn't it so strange, like that we're getting excited about sitting outside of a pub again? Like that's so
Oh, mad.
weird. Like it's so strange.
Honestly,
like,
yeah.
How much have you guys both done that since it's gone
I've
back?
I've done it.
Once?
Actually, I've done it. I think. So I went to a pub once. I went. So the first time I did it, I didn't do it straight away because of work and stuff like that. It just was conflicted. And
Mad busy as well.
Yeah, and it was too much. But we went to a pub that's just down the road from us, and we had to queue outside for like an hour. And then, but like, do you know what? We queued outside, and we didn't care. We ordered pizza while we were in the queue. I popped across to the shop to get like, you know, those cans of like pre-made like cocktail stuff, like.
Yeah.
And I got myself a beer, and I got my two housemates like these like gin and tonic things. But then I found the beer was non-alcoholic. I didn't realize it was non-alcoholic, but fucking idiot. But actually, it was really gorgeous. It was really fucking.
Told
lovely.
you, they
It
taste
was
great.
really good. I think it was a
Harry's
Camden
favourite.
Hill. I think it was a Camden Hills one, and it was really nice. I was like, this is really good. Anyway, and then by the time our pizza arrived, we literally were going in. So we literally were able to take our pizza in, put it on the table outside. And then I was fucking freezing my tits off, I won't lie. But it was like, it was amazing, and it was so good. That was and then I think I've only done it 2 or 3 times. I don't think I've done it loads, to be honest with you.
That's
But
the
it's
problem
been-
though, when you're out, like, because at the moment the weather's very much like, well, it isn't actually right now, but it's been like sunny in the day, like decently warm, and then as soon as it hits like 6 p.m, it's absolutely freezing.
Yeah.
And everyone's just gone. They just leave the bar because it's just it's like
in
too
lockdown
cold.
last year, it was well hot. Like I remember
was.
having
It was.
barbecues at
It
this
was.
time last year.
Yeah.
I've got
I think-
photos. It came up on my memories. I was having a
Oh,
barbecue
wow,
like,
really?
with my mum outside last
It
year.
was definitely warmer. It
crazy.
wasn't. It didn't feel this cold last year. But I mean,
Classic
I've
though,
been.
isn't it?
I've been to. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been to a couple of pubs in the last sort of what's it been like nearly 3 weeks. But then I just because I'm now in London and like where I live, there's quite a lot of pubs around like on each sort of road almost, which is just amazing. It's just kind of made me go like I don't need to go into central London. Like, I haven't been in central London for about like properly. I haven't been in maybe this whole time. Like I might have dipped in to like sort out some stuff with my new bike. But other than that, it's just like, what's the point spending £10 on a on a drink or whatever the prices are these days?
Yeah, tell me about
But
it.
yeah, but also, guys, the gym being open, that is for me. It's been
the
an
best.
absolute blessing. I've not been in every single day, but I've been in most days, and it's just given me some like routine, and it just feels good. Just making progression. I mean, I don't know what you guys. You guys been to the gym? Well, I know Joe works in there, but like how like you probably should be in there. But like, how much have you been gymming so far? Like,
Yeah, I've been going quite a lot, man. I think it's because as well, now that us three are on different schedules and stuff, we're not chatting as much. So it's almost like for me, I've like, because I'm now, doing bits of work, and then if auditions come in and stuff, I'm like, right, I need something else now because I'm not having like the chat so much with the boys. So going to the gym, putting a podcast or some like strong music in, it's been so good. I've loved
good,
it.
innit?
And it's amazing for like the mental capacity. If you're
Definitely.
losing out on social skills or like losing out on like socialization with other people, then that's the best place to be. Because not to talk to other people, but just to get your mind focused on something else is so good. I've loved it.
I find sometimes even just being in the same vicinity as other people has like a bloody hell, I'm getting really spiritual, aren't I? It has like an energy to it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
energy.
has like, but it does. Do you know what I mean? Like being around people, even if you were sitting on a table on your Larry, and then there's a table full of people next to you, like that. Even that would be better than just sitting on your own in a house. Like it is just. Yeah.
It is mad the effect like it's had though. Like I was on a bus, I was going into I think it was maybe Brixton or something, and I just passed this like pub, and it had tables sort of with 4 or 5 people on each one, And I just saw this table. They were absolutely cracking up. They were just laughing. They were like having the best time. And it just made me physically like smile. Because I was just like, this is what people... Because some people go, oh, the only reason why they open pubs because people are just secretly alcoholics in this country or whatever. And it's like, it just really isn't the case. It's just because people actually get a buzz from meeting back up with people. And you just smile. I just remember seeing it last week and I was like, yeah, this is why these things need to open when they can, sort of thing.
Yeah,
same with the gym, I guess.
That's a terrible excuse as well, because you can just buy alcohol anywhere. So,
yeah, exactly. I think also it's a case of like, I think something certainly, I think majority of us have realised within the last year is like, what is life without other people? Do you know what I mean? What's the point?
Definitely.
Right? And yeah, I'm going to say How I Met Your Mother quote. Is that
Classic joke.
A story? It's like stories aren't legendary if you haven't got the friends to share them with. It's like what? So if you haven't got someone to tell a story to, then why the story's not any good. So yeah, so like if you haven't got friends to share your stories with, then what's the point?
It's true.
So, that
is extremely true.
So that's what it's more about. And I know people are like, yeah, but we're going backwards with the lockdown thing. And I'm thinking it comes to the point of, and I know COVID is a huge issue, and especially we send all our support and our heartfelt and all our heartfelt support to everyone, especially in India at the moment, suffering.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we need to live. People need to live, because then there's other things going on. Like people need a reason to get up, and if whether that be, oh, I'm seeing a friend at a pub today. Oh my God, that's a reason. Or or I can go to the gym today. Wow, like that in itself is honestly, it has changed. So I moved to London in January, and I walked down the high street. I think it was about maybe April the 14th of April, just after everything started to open back up. And I was walking down the high street with my girlfriend, and we were like, oh my God, it's like a different high street. The high street near me by Finsbury Park, honestly, it literally felt like I'd moved to a new place, because it was just like shops were open that I didn't even know existed because the shutters were pulled down. You had tables just on the side. Like there's a table. There's like a French bakery coffee place that literally has no reason to put a table outside their cafe. Like it's the most stupid place to put a table, because it's right next to a road crossing, and you're like, if you're sitting there, people are going to be surrounded by you. But who gives a flying fuck?
Exactly.
Like they've still got tables there, and like people are sitting there, and people don't care.
Did you guys see the video on the news? They were interviewing people, like I think it was on the 12th of April when pubs started opening up. The guy that had the corona. So obviously the pubs have opened up, right? And the excitement is you're getting like, I don't know, like draft beers or different cocktails that you couldn't do at home, whatever. This guy's sitting outside in a pub garden. He's getting interviewed, and they were like, "Oh, can you have the first taste of the beer?" And he's like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Oh yes, I have seen this.
Gets his glass out and gets a bottle of Corona, cracks it, pours it, drinks, and goes, "Oh, it just tastes so good." You could have had that for the last 14 months, like you idiot.
You should have been like, it's just nice to be sat here.
Yeah,
that's what you should have said. That's like I brought my portable like glass and bottle of beer. Oh, it just tastes that much sweeter. No, but like you were saying, Joe, it's like a light switch has just been turned on. Like it's the same where I lived. It was just, it was like Skid Row in Little Shop of Horrors. Everything coming back open, people coming out the streets.
Downtown.
You can tell you're living with the musical theatre people again.
Mate, I'm definitely most MT here. It's worrying. It's worrying.
I was gonna say.
No, it's been cool. I mean, like, do you want us like talk a bit more about what you've been.
I
Let me
will.
pause you,
doing-
boys. I'll just update you. Arsenal had just taken the lead. So
It's
just let
literally
you know.
what I was about
Oh.
to say before I go in. Arsenal.
I got
1-0
my
up.
phone on airplane mode. So I'm
lucky son.
Oh, sorry, mate.
El Nenny's just popped one in.
fucking hell. We are shit.
So that's put a timestamp in this episode.
El Nenny. What were we saying? Oh yeah. What have you been doing these? What was it, like
Me?
a month basically, isn't it?
Yeah, it's obviously things have slowly been opening up again. Been going to the gym, got my first haircut in 4 months, which is great. It's funny, when I was there, he actually, so normally when like boys are getting fades or whoever's getting fades, like they just go up, right? And they grade it up as they go up your head. He had to basically like thin my hair out by going down with the shave, like the razor first, because he was like, your hair's so thick and so shit that I have to go down your head to like thin it out.
did he say the word shit?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I can't remember. I was a bit embarrassed. That's what's going on in my head.
Though.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
alright.
we have to
smashed
talk about that. We have to talk about that at one point.
What, the old haircut? The one
No,
just before lockdown one?
No, we'll move on to
Oh
it.
my, yes, my.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that
haircuts.
experience. Well, Karen, we'll talk about Harry
Oh, we
first.
will have to do that, yeah. So what else have I been doing? Oh, yeah, so like obviously with things opening up a bit, I've been doing a bit more auditioning, which has been really good, really grateful for it. And I've also been a landscaper / gardener for Joe's mum. So obviously Joe moved out and they've got quite a few projects going on and like that they want to get sorted. So Joe recommended I go over there and, you know, be a helping hand, which has been great because it's almost given me like a little bit of a schedule later on in the week. And hopefully I can work that around, you know, with the job when the pubs open up and stuff. So yeah, it's been really nice. And also it's been like,
Mate,
you know,
that with the gym, I bet you've been like shredding it.
oh
do you know what I
mate,
mean?
you should see
It's
me
mad.
now.
Shoulders, boom. Got those abs
Right,
in
boom.
there. The back, I bet your back is like.
Oh,
My fan must
it's
be fucking killing.
shredded, my friend. I'm kidding. But yeah, I've also been doing tapes and stuff, like a couple of like self-tapes auditions and that. I've had 2 in-person auditions, which is amazing. And again, like what Joe said earlier, it's like the experience alone has been exactly what we wanted. Like, regardless of results of jobs right now, I think it's just so nice to actually be doing something again.
Just doing it, yeah.
Yeah. And I've got to give a shout out to JJ, who was in he was with me in the audition yesterday. He went to our uni. He was in our year. I also worked for him for a bit. Sorry, Cody's just left the room. So JJ, don't take offence. I'm just telling you, he has left the room. As
JJ. My housemate's tried. Hang on, carry on. JJ, you're a legend, mate.
What is he doing? He's just left
He's just
the
left.
room.
Brilliant. Yeah, so shout out to JJ. He was there yesterday for the audition. It was just really nice to have someone you know there. And he's the nicest guy, and it was really nice working with him. Like, we, you know, I think we fed off each other and watching each other perform and stuff. And I haven't done that for, well, most people haven't done that for a year because you just haven't had that experience. Like, you haven't,
Yeah.
regardless whether it's a stranger or someone you know, we haven't been able to do that. So it's been really nice, and it was good to catch up with him. And he's from the Bro You Haven't podcast, so I'm going to give their podcast a little shout out. Go give it a listen. It's different to ours, and it's really cool. It's really unique. And
sick.
yeah, I definitely recommend it. JJ, we'll have to get you on at some point. We'll get you on.
I think certainly when it going back to the auditions thing, I think the thing is, and I was talking to my girlfriend about it because she's also a performer, and we have to be grateful at the moment that the industry is getting back on its feet before we can even worry about ourselves in a selfish way. We have to be like, oh, do you know what? We have to wait for the whole institution of theatre to get back on its feet, to get going again, before we can even be like, yeah, but I haven't got a job. Yeah, but don't worry about that. Wait for the actual whole thing to come back up and then get a job. Because how many people? There's so many people at work. And like, obviously, you still got the cruise ship industry, which is making its way back ever so slowly. And it's like, and then but we're just. It does just feel there's more positive atmosphere in the air at the moment.
And this isn't us trying to show off that we've had something. It's us trying to say that you've got to enjoy the journey of it. But this is more for performers or anyone in similar industries. This is part of our job. is the waiting. It's the, there's an audition in 2 weeks that I've actually got. Like, you know, even self-tape still, like it's such a, this right now has been a massive reminder for me personally to enjoy this part of our work. Not that necessarily having job and an income, it's the working out how you're going to get to that point again. And even just enjoying the experience, doing new things. That's what it's starting now. Being present. We've spoken about this so much, but we've like definitely recently we've been talking about this a lot more. Be present, enjoy it. It's coming back slowly but surely. I think I saw a tweet the other day and it was like, don't think because some, you know, West End shows and some theatres are opening up again that it's back to normal. Like 2022 is when it's probably going to be like it was before the pandemic, where, you know, there's more auditions, there's more opportunities for different styles of jobs. But, you know, it's slowly eking back, and that's a positive that every performer can take away from it. Even if you're not getting auditions right now, it is definitely a positive that things are starting up again.
It's going to be interesting to see how it goes from here, because, like, well, actually, I was doing a shoot. There's basically a page called Pocket Size Theatre, and they basically like chose some performers from different shows in London, and basically I had pictures in front of where Hairspray is going to be, as like they're basically just going to do like a little write up on sort of. Basically, I've just done a Q&A, basically with some pictures. They've asked some questions, and I've just answered them. But sorry, this is very long, but with the questions, one of them was like, how do you think the industry is going to come back? Like, like how's it going to look? And I was just like, I just think it's going to be very different. I think it's going to be, because there's that thing of it's coming back, but I think anything coming back, any business, whether it's in theatre or not, you've got to come back different, because things have changed. Like the way we audition, there's going to be so much, the auditions, I think, aren't all going to have to be in person like they used to be. Like there are going to be even more self-tapes probably than we had before, which is just going to be interesting. It's going to be a new way of us having to adapt. I mean, that's what we kind of have to do anyway in our job, adapt. So I think it's going to be interesting. But like you said, I think 2022 potentially that's going to be when things get back and things get going. But, you know, it's just, like we said, you've got to try and stay appreciative of, you know, if you get an audition, that is incredible right now, especially.
I think us three are really good at that. Like, if anything comes in, we'll text each other. And it's not to sort of go, I've got this. It's almost
I got an audition.
You know, keep me grounded and keep me in that mindset of, holy shit, I'm just so grateful for this moment. And I think, like, it's been a real good thing for us, I think, whenever we've had, like, little things come in. And it's absolutely that, Codes. It's, you know, 2022, it might not come back. You know, you can't predict the future. Some more shit might happen in the world and it might change everything. But it's enjoying this moment and enjoying the journey and enjoying the figuring out what's next, finding new jobs, finding different things. It's all part of it, man. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It's kind of, I mean, I was sort of the latest person to move to London because Joe moved, like I said, in January. But I've kind of staying with that being present thing. Like, it's just been nice to kind of just every day. I mean, with the gym's really helped that because it's given me something to actually go and work on myself and do in the morning. But for the rest of the day, like, I've been able to explore London. I'm just trying to do. I'm not trying to think about what am I doing tomorrow or I've got to do this quick because it's just. I want to have this time where I know I'm very fortunate because I know next year or whenever we're probably all going to look back at a certain point being last year going, did I use as much time as I could have in that sort of free time that we had off, or did I not? Like I'm kind of just trying to stay and just do stuff, which is a bit, again, like a bit spiritual. I don't know. Spiritual.
Well, Cody, today is a gift. That's why they call it the present.
At least you got it right this time. That's nice. Well done, mate. So Harry's tried to do this another time and he fucked it up.
Another times. I've done it quite a few times and not got it
times. Right. Gifts are presents you get at Christmas and they're wrapped beautifully, just like life. There you go.
Oh man. Well, while we're talking about things we've been up to, Cody got a bike. And we've non-stop heard about this bike, and I want him to talk about it a little bit on here.
Well, actually, basically I met up with Joe. About, was it last week? I don't
know, mate.
Sometime.
I honest to God, cannot. Do not know when anything happened. I've been like, this is the first week where my schedule is actually like kind of chill. My schedule has changed so much, so I have no. It could have been 3 weeks ago for all I know, mate. To be honest, yeah. I don't even know when. What's the date? The day is.
I think it's the.
It's fucking. I didn't even know it was May. I thought it was still April.
In May.
I thought it was still
going
April.
I mean, with why I bring this up is just because we met up and had like a couple of drinks, and it was really nice actually. I don't know. I'd seen you, Joe, since like.
Since my birthday.
Since my August, birthday. Yeah. It's a long time. So it was well needed. But I was talking to Joe about this bike. I don't think I'd had it then. I think I was going to go pick it up.
No, you didn't. You hadn't had it.
But I was so excited. I was like, I'm getting this bike. So I basically
excited now.
I've got this. It's a Brompton bike, and I've called it Betty because it's blue. Betty the Brompton. And it's amazing. It's so good. I've kind of got it as like a bit of a birthday present because my birthday's actually this week.
It's in 5 days as of this recording.
Thanks for reminding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping actually. I'm hoping, boys, we can kind of meet up at some point to have that celebrate towards the end of the.
Oh, basically, but basically, what he's saying is he wants to meet up, so we have to fucking buy him a drink. That's why.
Yeah, I'm now going on and seeing my bank balance. You dick.
You're gonna buy me a drink. You're gonna watch me ride in with Betty, and it's gonna be great.
Mate, no drunk riding.
No drunk riding. True, yeah. Nah, but it's I got it because of like, just I don't know. I was thinking about it. Like, actually, if you've got a bike and from where I live in sort of zone 2 in London, so I'm quite close to Central, but I can ride from here to Central London where Hairspray is going to be on in, I think it's 27 minutes, maybe, something like that.
Yeah.
And obviously it's not costing me anything. Obviously the bike costs, but like, it's just been a blessing, and it's just been a great tool to, again, like explore London, because I love walking, don't get me wrong, but riding a bike around London, especially because London is kind of, I don't know, they've got quite flat roads in terms of, like, they've got hills and stuff, but the roads are pretty flat in the sense of they're not really like divotty or whatever the word is. But yeah, got that from my birthday. It's been a blessing. You're probably going to see me riding around to your house soon. I don't know what I'm going to say. But yeah, there you go.
Can I just give a bit of context to when we met up? Cody showed me not one, but 3 videos on YouTube about this bike. He's like,
I'm obsessed, mate.
And also, it was, so I'd also, like, since, obviously, it's been a while since me and Codes have hung out. So it's like, right, okay. I forgot how, like, I just forgot how, I don't have a word for it. I forgot how Cody is. I don't have a word for it.
Nerdy Cody, mate.
No, because you don't know what I'm about to say. So Cody literally sits there. And then he goes, "Oh, mate, I thought he was, I don't know what he was, I thought he was like playing a prank on me." I was like, "Oh, mate, I've got a problem." Yeah. And I was like, "Right." And he's like, I'm not exaggerating. This is literally how he says it as well. I think I've left my keys in I think I've left one of my house keys in the toilet. And in my head, I'm just thinking, well, go and get it.
Yeah.
He sits there and goes, "Okay," and I'm like, "Oh, okay," and he's like, "But I'm not sure if I've left it at home, if I just haven't brought it out with me." Like, okay, I'm just thinking, well, go and fucking check the toilet, you bellend. And like, he's still sitting there going, I don't know if I've left it there. I don't know.
Meanwhile, Joe's just smiling with glee.
And I'm just there, like, thinking, why the fuck? I nearly was like, in my head, I was thinking, is this real? Like, is he being like, what is going on? Just go and fucking check the bathroom. See if you've left it in the fucking bathroom, you bellend.
I was so scared.
It was in the fucking bathroom the whole time.
Oh,
Like, I was like,
I was so scared though. I was like, shit.
But like, he sat there for about maybe I'm exaggerating here, but for about 10 minutes it felt like, just talking to me about why he needs this key. Like, he has so many locks for his front door that is like that. So he has to have this key. So he's not he'll be able to get in fine because he thinks his housemate will be there. But he wants the key anyway because he's just got this key cut. So if he doesn't lose this key, he'll have to go and find another key because he doesn't want to lose this key because it's just been cut, and he doesn't want someone to get annoyed about that. He has to get another key. And I'm thinking, go and check the fucking toilet to see if the key is in there, so then you can find out.
Or my phone.
And then he goes in there, but like, you know how Cody does everything in Cody time. He gets up and really slowly ambles over to where the toilet is. Like not like gets up and like rushes. He like gets up, takes it nice and slowly, sits back down. Then he sits back down and goes, "I've got the key." And grabs his drink.
And there we go.
And
the
the pinky's out.
And the
pinky's
like,
out.
I
Just like
honestly, like, I was like, I forgot. It's honestly, I can't
I
explain
love
to
that.
anyone listening to this podcast. If you've never met Cody, he is like another species of human. Like,
if I'm late to the meeting, I wasn't late. I'm in Cody time. That's what you're saying.
He's like,
But like, Joe, I'll give you another example. I was
he's
telling
so
Cody.
bizarre.
So I had an audition. It was in Portsmouth, right, which is a good 3.5 hour journey from where I live now. And I booked train tickets, and I told Cody where it was, and he's like, "Oh, so what train you get?" In classic Cody interest, wanted to know exactly the train journey. He already knew. As soon as I said, "Oh, I'm going to, I don't know, London Bridge," he was like, "Yep, and you're getting this train." He knew exactly where I was going. But then I woke up on Saturday, and there were works on London Bridge. So I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna have to like cancel the ticket, get a whole new ticket, because like I couldn't work out how to get out of it." And so I booked a whole new ticket, told Cody, and he was like, "Oh," got really excited. He's like, "Where are you going? What's your new journey?" So I told him, "Oh, I'm going to St. Pancras," and he was like, "Oh yeah, so you're going to be getting less stops. It's actually probably a better journey for you." I was like, "What the fuck?" He got so excited about my train journey to an audition. Bear in mind, I was more excited about the audition. He was like, "Oh, the trains is going to be so good."
But that, like, I love when we're talking about talk about him if he's not here.
Yeah, he's just sitting there like,
Not
yeah.
here.
Also,
I'm in Cody time.
I really don't want to do this, but what I do, it's pancreas, mate, not pancreas.
Did I say pancreas? I thought I said
It's
pancreas.
Why did
pancreas.
I miss that?
It's just my
Pancreas.
accent, probably. I thought I
Oh,
said
shut up! We have the
pancreas.
same accent. You can't even go there.
I thought I said pancreas. Oh,
It's got that slightly different accent.
Yeah, I had to go St. Pancreas.
I did not say pancreas.
Yeah, it went pancreas.
Oh,
Rewind the tape.
I'm gonna
You'll
listen back
find
to
it.
this shit.
Well,
you
I'll
said-
be listening. I'll be listening to it later on.
I've
St.
got
Pancreas.
a couple of stories here, boys. One of them's a real life story, and one of them is a story I saw on Reddit, and I just need
fucking hell.
I need some explanation. All right,
These
what this
Reddit
is.
stories are fucking. Like, you
This
know
is-
how I feel about these Reddit
Mate,
stories.
this is wild. I'll give context to that in a minute. But firstly, I'm doing my in-person one. This happened to me last night. Now, if it is,
wow.
for a sentimental reason or for like, I don't know, a memorial thing, then I'm sorry. We're not taking the piss. I just want to understand what the fuck I saw. All right.
What the fuck are you going? I feel like I'm
Yeah.
really worried what you're about to say.
Yeah,
What-
yeah.
I thought you have to
I
give like
was
a
a little-
disclaimer before.
Yeah, I was a little worried when I saw this. I had to Google it and nothing came up. Right, so I get off the train in Chatham, and I come out, and I go up to. So there's two ways to exit the train station. Right, there's a little gate as soon as you get off the train, or you can go through the barriers and out. I go through the gate because it was where my door opened up. So I was like, "Oh, this is easy. I'll just walk out there." Walked up to the main part of the train station. And then the people that were on my train, obviously that took the other route, are starting to come out the front. I see these two people holding candles in a glass jar, right? So they came off the train, or at least came out of the train station with these candles in their hands, right? But
What were they wearing?
Just normal clothes, like we are now. Just jeans,
Hoods up.
t-shirt. yeah, it was like Hot Fuzz.
There was a chorus singing in the background as they slowly came towards
Well,
you.
this is my point, right? So they come out with these candles. I was like, all right, fair enough. You know, maybe it is for a reason, like they're holding a flame or something. Which I was like, fair enough. Then a car pulls up, right? So separate from these two people that came out the train, a car pulls up. A girl gets out of the passenger side, holding a bigger candle, like a normal candle, lights it off of theirs. So they like almost pass the flame on, but theirs is still burning. She's now got a candle that's on. It's like burning. She gets in the car really carefully while it's still burning and drives off. So they don't pick up these people. She just picked up the flame, so she lit her candle, got in her car and went. What was that about?
Is this Chatham's like version or idea of the Olympics? The Olympic torch?
That's what I thought.
Oh,
Maybe
is it
they're,
in
like,
Chatham?
passing- Yeah, it's literally outside the train
right.
station. But they didn't.
That explains it then. It's in Chatham.
But they didn't really speak, and they just
That's
lit the
weird.
candle, and she drove off again. Like, I don't know what happened.
So there was no speaking. She just got out the car and went.
No.
Like looked and nodded and got back in.
Yeah.
And took the flame.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I asked my brother about it, and I was like, "Have you ever seen this before?" And he went, "Obviously, fucking not." But he was
Obviously,
like,
I have. Yes.
It could have been like a memorial thing, but no one was around to see it. So I don't really like. It was at 10:30 at night, so I don't get why you would do that for that reason. And I googled it. Nothing was on like social media about it, or at least what I could find. It was strange. Like, it was genuinely like one of those experiences where you're like, "This isn't real. I'm dreaming." But like nothing was said, and they held their candles and just stood there, and I just went home, and I was like, "This is unbelievable that this."
So was this at
happened."
like half 10?
10:30
11?
at night? Yeah. And it, like, so I told my other brother, and he was like, "It's hot fuzz." Like, you know when they're all like,
fuzz.
Was
with
it
the
something to
cold-
do with like
explains
Ramadan or something?
I don't know. You see, this is my point. Like, I didn't know if there's like a specific holiday or a memorial or something. But either way, it was the strangest experience. And also, it was 10:30 at night, and no one else saw it. So I was like, "What? Like, why? There's not like a ceremony going on because it's
It was
outside
all for
Chatham
you,
train
Harry.
station." That's what my brother said. He was like, "It was for you." And I was like, "Why though? What have I done?"
No, I
Very
can't. I have
strange.
no idea. I can't explain that.
Weird,
at
right?
all. But is it as
no
weird as your Reddit story, or was that just?
No, the Reddit
Oh.
story, totally different, but way weirder. And it's like open ended, so there's no explanation for it really. But you can sort of take away what you think it is. That's not making a lot of sense. I'll explain it to you as I read it. Right. So.
Sorry, I'm still googling the whole like I didn't know because I know Ramadan's going on at the moment, so I don't know if it's something
It could
to do
be a
with that.
candle, like some sort of. But this
I
is
just
what
thought Joe was. I
If
thought
you
you were gonna
find
say.
anything, Joe, let me know.
I thought he was going to say. I'm just googling. Is it pancreas or is it pancreas? I'm doubting
No,
myself now.
I tell you how I know that because when I was like 15, I remember going, "Oh, I'm just going to send pancreas," and my dad goes, "It's pancreas."
No, I know it. I know it's pancreas. I said pancreas, but it sounded like
Clearly
pancreas.
Okay.
Clearly, someone is 24 years old.
Right, we haven't done this in a month, and you guys are bullying me again.
Right, go on, pancreas.
So, so this is called confronting my boyfriend who kept secretly bringing sticks of butter into the bathroom for an hour or more and coming out without the butter. That's the title of this article.
Oh, fuck.
Well, this already makes me feel fucking sick.
Yeah, and it kind of explains what's happened, but she goes into a lot more detail, right?
Oh no, I don't want to hear it.
No.
Here we go.
It's
Butter.
So she posted this to try and ask people of the internet what's going on. Very stupid idea, by the way, because obviously they're going to comment the worst, most horrific shit. But
Anyway,
anyway,
shoving sticks of butter up his ass. That's basically what we're about to hear. That's
Wouldn't
literally what
surprise
we're
me
about to hear.
at all. Reddit in a nutshell.
right, so she said, "At first, I started to notice butter was disappearing quite quickly. I assumed maybe I lost track of how much we had, or maybe he was cooking when I wasn't around. I don't know. But one night, a few weeks ago, I saw him try to stealthily take a stick of butter from the fridge, which I pretended that I didn't see. And he took the butter with him into the bathroom. Now I've noticed my boyfriend spending an hour or more at a time in the bathroom since we moved
Oh, it's
in.
definitely lube. It's definitely lube. That's what it is. He's buttered himself up. That's what he's done.
But I never saw him take the butter before. I was so confused. When he came out of the bathroom about an hour later, I saw no sign of the butter, but I also saw he did not put the butter back in the fridge. It was gone. I tried to subtly keep an eye on him over a week, and he did this 3 separate times, and each time a whole stick of butter disappeared. Finally,
Whole stick of butter.
Wow.
I said one day, "Where did all our butter go?" I hardly used any this week, and it's gone. See, now, I think stick of butter, I don't know if this is in America or not, but
Yeah, it's in America.
probably
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
small,
it is.
right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not small, but they're not.
It's not like a full-on lure pack. Do you know what I mean?
No. It's like, so imagine a lure pack. Imagine like a lure pack, but like it's split up into like 4 quarters kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
He pretended to not know and said maybe we'd forgot to buy it. I said no, we had 4 sticks before and now they're gone. He just acted like it was a mystery and said, guess we should order up some groceries. By now I was getting very confused, so I ordered groceries and made a point of saying, good to finally have 4 sticks of butter. This should last us quite a while. He didn't comment. On the first
Wink,
2
wink.
days...
Nudge, nudge.
On the first 2 days, whenever I used a small amount of butter, I would remark about how much butter we had left. So she's really hinted, right? I'm saying she, by the way. It could be a he. I haven't made a... I don't know. Finally, one day, I saw him do it again. He took a stick of butter into the bathroom and was gone for an hour or so, and came back, no butter. I couldn't believe it. So when I made dinner, I acted shocked that a whole stick of butter was gone. He said, maybe we only ordered 3, but he knew I'd been making a point of it. The very next day, another stick of butter gone. I listened at the bathroom door. I heard sink water running, and I thought I heard moaning. I was confused.
Yeah.
I like how they're saying I'm confused, like they still don't know.
How do they not know? How
Finally.
do they not know?
It was obvious from the start.
From the title. Finally, this time when he came out, I said I know he's been taking butter into the bathroom. He got all flustered and said I must be mistaken. But I said I'd literally seen him take butter into the bathroom and come out without it, and that I know he's been lying to me about the quantity of butter in the fridge. He then started apologising for misleading, but said, let's just not talk about it. And when he saw I was getting mad, he said, what if I just order my own private butter?
What?
So he just wants his own stash, his own keep.
But what are you doing with it? That's what I want to know.
What is going on?
What is going on?
He said, I was like, okay, but what are you doing with the butter? He asked me to promise never to ask him about his butter activities again and just put it behind us. He said, look the other way on this one thing, and stressed how it's not a big deal at the end of the day. They then go on, I've been so confused and even disturbed about it. Like, what is he doing with the butter? Why is he lying about it? And why isn't he telling me? I don't think he's eating it because he's not an overweight guy, and I feel like if somebody else ate that much butter, there'd be signs of it. I'm just like, who is this guy? So I decided to confront him again. This morning I said, look, yes, you should buy personal private butter for your activities, but I need to know what you do with it. He got very quiet and said, fine, just this once. And he told me. He told me everything. I was mortified and confused. I cannot tell you what it is, but I will say it is a sensual activity. Extremely sensual. It is definitely an inappropriate use of butter. I cannot even type what it is due to how graphic it is. On one hand, it's just butter, but on the other hand, I can no longer see him the same way. I'm staying at my parents'. To make matters worse, a friend of his found my post about this online and sent it to him saying, lol, this must be about you. I guess he used to do it in college too, and he's furious. And now other people I know in real life know what he does with butter. He is angry at me for exposing his butter-based proclivities. I didn't know that was a word. Now I have probably ruined my relationship and everyone knows my business, causing me shame and humiliation. I can't believe what he does with the butter though, and I don't think I can be with somebody who does things like that. I consider it a momentous fuck up to me to have ever confronted him about it. This is my mistake because I can never unknow what I know.
So what do you think? What is he doing with the butter? That's the.
I feel like if
question
it was
here.
lube, it wouldn't be that bad.
So like he's saying it's extremely sensual, but to the point where
Extremely
it's graphic.
sensual.
Extremely.
'Cause that's
He
not
must
really
be,
lubing
like,
your dick
shoving
up, is
butter
it?
up his ass.
Well,
He literally must be like He must be like doing something like that.
Giving himself like a butter rim job or something. Sorry, this is a graphic podcast today.
sorry, Mum. Right, so this is the top 2 comments are, well, that's just ridiculous that you'll go this far and not tell us what it actually is. And the next comment is, he's sticking it up his pooper. That's mad, isn't it?
The thing is, like, what is extremely sensual? Because I guess that means like very different things to certain people. Extremely.
Yeah,
Do
but
you know what
I
I
feel
mean?
like if he was using it as lube, yes, it's fucking weird. But like,
But each to their own. Right?
Extreme. Yeah.
You would just sort of go, "Oh, this is what they're doing." But if he's doing something way worse than that, I think it's worse than up the old. I think
What
it's
else?
worse.
what is worse than that?
Yeah, what is worse?
Playing with
Go on,
it in
Harry.
your feet, playing with it with your
Oh.
toes and
How
stuff.
is that worse?
Nah, that's
How
not
is
worse.
that
That's not
worse?
worse.
Hang on.
That's not
Hang on,
worse.
I'm not saying I do it. Hang on.
How is
I
that
put
worse?
butter to my feet all the time.
Oh, I'd rather put a stick of butter up my ass than
No.
put my feet. That's literally what you're saying.
Oh, this needs to be cut. I don't like this anymore.
Wait a minute, how did you find this story? Was it just
I
just
think I
browsing on
heard-
Reddit?
No. Oh yeah. I just
You heard it?
No,
You
so
think
I
you
heard
it?
I heard it on another podcast. I can't remember what one, and I was like, "That can't be real. They must have made this story up."
Oh, brilliant! So now we're gonna get sued for copyright.
No. I thought this podcast must have like written the story and like said it was on Reddit, right, as a joke. I googled it, and it's the first thing that comes up on Reddit. I googled like butter.
I feel like
graphic
you
butter
would
story.
have.
I can't remember.
I feel like you would have had some other shit come up when you googled that, mate. I feel like when you Google graphic butter story, I feel
Don't
like
look at
someone's
my
definitely
search
made a
history.
porno out of graphic butter story. Jesus.
My
Fuck
search
you.
history is fucked.
Is that what this episode's called? Buttered poo,
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
or the butter shoot? I don't know. A chin me full of butter.
3 a.m. reunion. We talk about people shoving
Poo.
butter up their ass.
Or so we think. They could be doing anything with
We
it.
don't know. Yeah, this is up for debate.
I'm sorry. It's definitely up the pooper. Like, come on. It's not anything else. What else could you do with it?
If you have any ideas what they're doing, please contact us on Instagram, 3am Chats Podcast.
Like, come on. Like, seriously, think about it. Think for 2 seconds about it. What is worse than that?
Yeah, I think it's
Unless he's shoving it down his urethra,
Oh God, that would be fucking
which
hard.
that's graphic.
That is
But that's fucking painful.
That's
my
I've clenched up a little bit there.
That's gonna look like milky coming out of it.
Oh no! God, bleep that shit.
Milky what?
You gotta bleep that.
Oh, I don't
That
know.
will that's gonna give you some fucking infections and a half.
I
Is.
feel sick.
Yeah.
I regret bringing this story to the table.
Yeah, I don't know why you brought it up.
You got yourself to blame.
Yeah, I was gonna say no one. You can't blame anyone else. You brought this
It's
story into
content.
the
I was like,
podcast.
do you know what? Bring something different.
Oh, yeah, content.
It is content. I rate that. Well done.
Thank you.
A pat on the back.
Thank
Pat
you.
on
I'm
the
so
back for the
glad
butter.
that this is in our lives now.
This is our lives. We're thinking about that every day. Jesus Christ.
Fucking
Oh
hell,
my
mate.
God.
That's gross.
I don't know what else. I'm trying to think what else. Like, I mean, have I said what I've done since coming back?
Moved
I
to
think I have.
London. Did your bike? Gym.
Oh,
I'm
this is what we're talking about.
I'm
So,
done much.
Cody, this is what we want. This is what we're going to talk about next. I want you to talk about your first haircut post lockdown.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Yes.
That was what we were
I
talking
forget.
about.
Harry, please tell me you've heard this story.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
You've mentioned
God,
that there's a story
oh
behind
my
it.
God.
I'm gonna get my
It's
phone.
It's such a good story.
I'm gonna actually post this on our page. The
Okay.
difference.
Okay, good.
But
I
I'll show
was
you as
pissing
well.
myself at this when he told me about this.
So
Oh my god.
basically, I've just moved to London. It's the day after like barbers allowed to cut hair again. I was like, oh, I'm going to try this barber that is literally like, I don't know, 8-minute walk away. And I was like, went up there. I was like, oh, it's 17
Wait, let's
pounds,
give
not
some
too
context to where
Oh.
you live. Give some context to where you
bad.
live.
Concept. So this
Because
is
that's
this-
important. That's important. That is important to the story.
I'm not going to name the barbers, but this is in East Dulwich. This is the new place.
Narrowing it down.
Narrowing it down.
So
My
it's
house
quite like
number.
it's quite a posh area, right? It's quite
It's
a
nice,
very
yeah,
upper
it's a
class
nice area.
area.
I'm paying £1,500 a month. And it's like- no, definitely not paying that much. Haven't even got that in my bank account. So going up the road to Yes, barbers went in there, £17. I was like, "Oh mate, can I have, well, not the usual because I'd never been there, but I said, can I just have like short around the sides, just like keep it long basically, but just sort of keep it tidy." He's like, "Okay, man. Look, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do afro hair." And I was like, in my head, I'm going, "What the fuck do you mean you can't do afro?" And I was like, "Okay, well, it's not that difficult, really. Like, I'll tell you, like, like what sort of things I've had before." So I sat down. He was like going in. He was like, "Look, like I'll try and do this." And he was like using the guard. Is it called the guard or the grade?
Yeah.
Like a 5 or something. He was just like trying to go into my hair, and he's like, "Look, it doesn't go in." I'm like, "No, because what you need to do is you need to like use like a lower grade and just skim the top, kind of like a sheep." And he was like looking at me as if like he knew better. He was like, no, man. I know. I was like, "You fucking don't know. You don't know what you're doing, mate." So he then gets some scissors out, starts snipping around the edges. It's like all dented. Like I look like a cloud, my hair. And I just basically, it was about, he'd been doing it for me about 15 minutes. And I stood up and I was like, "Mate, I'm not paying for this."
Oh,
Like like it was terrible. No, I can't remember because I think I still gave him like £5 because it was 17 quid. I was like, "Look, I've wasted your time a bit, or you wasted my time actually, but like I'll still give you like £5 for it because I can't pay 17 quid for this. Like it's just terrible." And he was just sort of looking around. It was quite awkward, to be honest, because there were people in the room waiting to get their hair cut, and I was just like, fuck. But anyway, I gave him £5 and he was just, I don't know, I just didn't look at him. I walked out and I was like, "What the fuck is this? What has happened?" So this is, I'll show you.
Can you send it to... I've not seen this photo. I'm doing a live reaction right now. Oh my.
That obviously the listener can't see this, but that was my hair. You'll see it on the page on Instagram.
If you're listening to the podcast, pause right now, go to the Instagram.
That was my hair when I came out. Okay, so then I went, "What the hell is this?" I was so angry. I walked about a mile and a half to Peckham, which is the other side of East Dulwich or Dulwich.
Were you wearing a hat?
No.
Oh.
I couldn't fit it in, mate.
Imagine if he put a hat on. It looked like he could have a hat on another head. He looked like Marge Simpson trying to fucking wear a hat.
I couldn't fit it in, mate, because he hardly cut anything. It was awful. I went to Peckham. There was an Afro Barbers there, and they do all haircuts, £15. He gave me like an amazing haircut. He was like controlling my head, like bang, like putting it side to side because he knows exactly what he's doing.
Good.
And it was great. And then this is the picture. Again, the listener can't see it until you look at Instagram.
Got to do a side by side. Oh yeah. You've done a side by side. Oh,
I've done a side by side, and it is. I can't tell you the difference.
That attitude on the one on the new one is like, "Yeah, fuck you, bro.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm
this
ready."
is how you do it.
But it was
that's
just
amazing.
It was awful. It was awful. And like I was saying to the barber in the Peckham one, I was like, it's just annoying, like how as someone who's got sort of afro hair or quote unquote specific hair, that you can't walk into every barber and expect, like, it's always a bit of like anxiety that they're not going to know what they're doing unless you go with someone who has your hair. It's a weird thing. And he was like, yeah, it's just, I think he was saying you might find that in sort of East Dulwich where they got particularly people with straighter hair than in Peckham, for example. But I was like, God, that's fucked, man. This is London. Obviously, there are quite a few barbers, and I haven't been to all of them down. They're all in this one long road. It's called Lordship Lane, which is like just the big sort of road that goes through. But like, I'm sure there's, my housemates have had haircuts, and down here it's been like fine. But I mean, that certain one, I just don't think they were like, they weren't even like that nice.
I'm sure you had a similar experience. Not that they actually did it, but when we were at uni, you had people that were saying, "I'm not going to try," or at least you're going to have to tell me how to cut your hair. I'm sure you had that experience before.
Or I've had it I've had it many times. Which is just the sad reality at the moment of people who haven't experienced. Because it depends where you live. That's like, and how much hair you do. Do you know what I mean? But
I just feel like that should be part of the training up to be Like,
Yeah, exactly.
You should learn all hair, right? I don't. I'm not speaking from complete inexperience. I don't know how it works, but like, obviously, practice makes perfect. But you should surely at least have some knowledge on it.
Exactly. But that's why I didn't pay that guy like the full service, because like
Fair
you
play
haven't
to
done.
paying a fiver, dude.
But because it like at the end of the day, it's like me paying to watch you two, I don't know, do some play, and you decided not to, I don't know, do it. You decided to not speak and do it all like mimed. It's like
or still have the script, or still have the scripts in our bloody hands. Or
do you know,
something
it's the
like
same. It's the same thing. I'm like, well, I kind of didn't pay for this at all. But mate, it's just a problem that they need to, you know. This thing is, it depends what the training is, though. Like, it's not. I know not with all barbers, they don't all get trained. They kind of just they learn it one way, and then they'll get into and hire a seat or whatever, and then they just know one way and sort of get away with it because there's other people who can possibly do it. But everyone who's done my hair has always said it's easy, so it's just
There you go.
it.
If you want to lessen the blow of the public seeing your hair, mate, you can post the one of me from last lockdown if you like. I don't think we've shared it. You're more than
A
welcome
compilation of bad haircuts.
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
I'll post my side by side one for reference. Cause
Post the side by side one, and fuck it. At the end of that post, scroll along. You're gonna see the one that I got before the first lockdown, because obviously we knew we were going into lockdown. Needed a trim. Went to the first barbers I saw.
That one, no
worst experience
offense,
of my life.
was probably worse.
Probably.
Than mine.
Probably.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm
Like,
just
'cause you
helping
had a
you
skin
out
fade.
because I'm such a fucking nice guy.
Check it out.
I mean, should we
check it out?
Yeah, I was saying, should we go to the check it out and what we boys got? I'm sure you've been, accumulating many things for
The thing is,
the listener to.
I've got quite a few in my notes, but I'm saving them so that I don't have to think of any for the podcast.
We don't want to hear more now, mate. We want to hear more later.
So I've just got 2 podcasts that I'm recommending today, and it is firstly the Horn Section. It's Alex Horn and the Horn Section Band, and it's a class podcast. It's like music based. It's comedy. It's funny. It's just a light-hearted hour every time I listen to it. It's really good. And the other one is, and I've been going on about this so much to people, but specifically Cody, because I know he's a massive fan of them, is Chatterbix. I love this podcast. I know we're doing a podcast. It's probably quite bad recommending another podcast while we're here. Bro, you haven't. Check that podcast out. But Chatterbix is so good. It's Joe Wilkinson, it's David Earl, and it's every day. Every weekday, they do like a half an hour, 25-minute podcast, and it's possibly the best way to start your day. Just start with a laugh, start with a joke. Brings a smile. Literally every episode is funny. I highly recommend it.
So good. It is so funny. I agree. I absolutely agree.
Good.
I mean, they're actually bringing up. They're doing season 3 of Afterlife. They're recording it now or filming it now. So that's what they're both. They're both been recently in.
It's good as well because it's like inside scoops from like those characters and stuff. They go into that sort of detail that like I think it's nice to sort of hear that perspective, and they're just fucking funny, man. They're some of the funniest people out there. I love it. Check it out.
Yeah, it's so dry, isn't it? It's like it's just. Oh my goodness! I mean, like I've got what have I got to check it out? Well, I have probably shouted him out before, but John Splithoff, he's got another album out. I think it came out like literally last week. It's called. Is it called All In? I'm looking on Spotify now. Yeah, it's called All In. There's some bangers on there. It's just chill, sort of. I don't know, sexy music in there as well. It's really good. And yeah, if you love that kind of pop stuff, check out John Splithoff. I feel like I've already shouted him out before, but I'm going to do it again.
It's a great album. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick. Joe, have you got any how do you check it out?
Joe, for check it out section. Sorry, I gave you an intro.
Indeed.
There.
That's all right, mate. Thanks for the intro. Appreciate that.
Sorry.
No.
What do you?
Swirling the room.
What do you do? Cody's left again.
I'm what? I'm so confused.
I said I gave you an intro. What did you say?
Yeah. I appreciate the
Right, and that is it for 3am Chats podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in.
What's going on?
If you'd like to email us at...
I'm so confused. What's going on?
It's just not how you say appreciate, but that's fine.
Oh, fucking hell.
It is fine.
Again.
It's fine.
Appreciate, mate.
You learned how to say it now.
No!
I've stepped out the room. I've come back in.
It's so far away.
I've come back in. How do you say it, Joe? 3, 2, 1.
I appreciate the
No,
intro.
no.
I'm
Well, the out the room trick doesn't work. So.
outraged.
I'm not changing. I like what I
I
like.
can't wait.
How I
till-
say it.
The issue... Oh, I said issue!
Oh shit!
See, this is what you do! The issue is, mate, is you have changed.
You've changed. What the hell is issue?
It's because he said appreciate. It's freaking me out. It's not how you say it.
Joe doesn't control your lips, mate. What's going on?
But it was an accident, just like St. Pancreas was, all right?
No. So anyway, I've got
Sliding
my check
along.
it outs. My check it outs. So my check it outs. This Mr. Johnny West. I've checked him out. I've done it before. He's got a new single out. It's called Number. I quite like it. It's a bit of a vibe. And also I've been doing my ironing the other day. I was thinking, I want something to watch, something stupid to watch. I was watching a bit of a chick flick called The Bold Type. It was quite right. I say chick flick. That's probably a bit demeaning, but I quite like it. It's quite fun.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Easy watch. Since I'm a bit of like a,
I love an easy watch.
I've said on here before, I'm a bit of a rom-com kind of fanatic. They're just easy watches, aren't they? And yeah, it's not bad. I quite enjoy it. I think it's actually I think it's very good actually. I've only in the first season, but yeah. Oh, I tell you what we should do, boys. Have you both been watching Line of Duty?
No.
I was about to say this. I've not watched any, but I feel like I need to watch it. Is it that? Have you watched all of it? Joe?
I've only been watching. I've not watched any of it. I've only watched this season. But like,
shouldn't you have watched the first season and like caught up?
Yeah,
He's one of those guys.
No, I'm not actually. But like the housemates have all been wanting to watch it, and I didn't want to be left out. And I was like, because they were like, oh my god, and they'd like to talk about it in front of me, and I'm like, I know if I'm on season 1, I'll get pissed off. So I've just
that has got to be one top 3 worst feelings, isn't it? Everyone's watched something and you haven't, and you're sat there just nodding away.
Yeah.
Nodding away.
I was gonna do a Line of Duty game, but don't fucking worry about it because you ain't watched it. Moving on. But yeah, so that was it.
Swiftly.
Did you hear the rumor about butter? I'm not going to spread it. Right, I've got a couple of...
Oh dear.
All right, so would you rather be locked in a room that is constantly dark for a week or constantly bright for a week?
Bright.
How bright?
Like,
mate.
you know that bit when you first, like, if you've been asleep and you crack the blinds and you're like,
Wow.
that bright.
So we're talking like Warzone, looking out the window, the sun's in your eyes, that bright.
Yeah, the worst bright.
Yeah,
because
but I couldn't be in the dark, mate.
Because it's either pitch black or,
No,
I'm gonna say
going
close
bright.
to blinding bright.
Like if you've
darkness, yeah, and also like I
Sunday.
feel like I could just like you can make darkness by looking into the crease of your elbow or something, can't you? Like,
Yeah, so what, you just close your eyes for...
Sorry.
like if you wanted to go to sleep, you could literally face on the floor, like.
Yeah, but then if you're in the dark, you can just close your eyes.
Joe, you putting your eyes into your elbow, that was amazing.
No,
He
because
actually
you can
did it as
never.
well.
Because
Dabbing.
you could never make it bright. You could make it dark, but you couldn't make it bright.
Yeah, so
I
you just
agree.
deal with it for a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so you don't
just deal with it.
I pick bright.
All right,
I
89%
pick
of
bright.
people agreed with you, so there you go.
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm fucking right.
We'll skip that one. We've done that one before.
Here we
Done that one before.
It's like fuck's sake. I forgot why we didn't do these.
We've done,
I now realise why it's been over a month.
we've done
'Cause Joe's
so many
always
of
right.
these would you rather's before.
Not always, just 75% of the time.
Just 89% of the time. Go on.
Would you rather be able to control fire or water?
Ooh,
Control.
I'm gonna go
Fire.
water.
I'm going water.
You know, like help out people.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna go
also,
fire.
oh, are you?
World Aid.
Yep.
I feel like
And also, water can be, if it needs to be, more destructive than anything else. So, not that you'd ever.
Why
need
are you
to
looking
use
to
that.
be destructive?
But I'm just
Why are you
saying.
looking-
I'm just saying.
Why
Fire.
are you being a prick?
Whoa, hang on. Fire is only used really for destructive purposes, whereas water is used
No.
for both. Go on.
Keep people warm. Keep people
Okay,
warm.
yeah,
Light a
fine.
fire.
But like,
Light
what?
your wank candle.
wank candle.
Have you talked about that before?
Context: I got Harry a birthday present, which was a candle that he lights when he wants to have a wank.
Hang on, I don't do that. No, you can't say that that's what I do.
Oh.
I don't.
I mean, no,
do
I'm
that.
saying that's the purpose of the candle.
It's called a wank candle, but I haven't lit it because I'm not gonna do that.
you can still light it and not.
Yeah, but
wank
now
to
he's
it.
made it sound like I do that with all my candles. Why would I? It's a specific candle.
Harry's a bit of a romantic, so he likes to set the mood.
Well,
he likes to
hang
keep
on.
himself nice and warm.
He's a bit of a weirdo.
If you're
He's
gonna
just
say
wanking the
this,
candle.
I've got 2 candles on right now. I'm going at it like crazy.
Ah, brilliant, brilliant. What you could have
Oh,
told
is
us.
that-
You could have.
You sat on some butter. Yeah.
Oh, that's why. That's why. I thought you were having toast.
That's
Oh no, it's just sat on a candle. Right.
Uh,
Let's.
Oh, dude.
This is a graphic podcast, isn't it?
It is.
Wow.
We're gonna have
it's
to
the-
be-
it's-
we're gonna have to cut it out a little bit, I think.
Ah, fuck
We'll leave it in some of it.
Fuck
Why
it. I
not?
can't. The game's not loading. I can't get any more Would You Rather's. So
Game.
yeah, I was using an app that tells me the.
What is it?
Yeah. So give me a sec, Code. Just have to
Here you go.
try this.
I'll say one.
Oh, go on.
Would you rather soar like a bird or swim like a fish?
Saw like a bird, mate.
Yeah, bird. Sort of.
I think I'd go fish.
Go fish.
Mate, stuff in the sea will absolutely fuck you up.
If you're a fish,
but like, let's speak hypothetically. Like, you can't get harmed.
can't get eaten. Okay.
I'm still
still
gonna
go- I'm
go
still going
fish.
bird.
Still flying. Yeah, I'm still flying.
I'm still gonna go. I'm gonna go fish.
Mm,
I don't know
fair
why.
enough.
Nice, fair enough,
I
bro.
just-
Yeah.
I mean, I live in London. There's fuck all water here, but like, yeah, like, why not? Like,
Mate, have you seen the Thames? It's beautiful.
You'll get through the Thames. It's beautiful. You'd get
Lovely
through the
and
Thames well
muddy.
quick. Whereas we just
Yeah.
fly over it. You know.
Yeah, it does depend on the kind of.
yeah, but I
water
could
you're
like
in.
be like, do you know what? I'm gonna go see my sister in New Zealand. Have a little swim.
That'd be cool.
You know, and we could go. Oh, we're gonna go visit Joe's family in New Zealand. We'll fly there.
Yeah, but you get a bit bored. It gets a bit boring after a while, doesn't it?
No.
Well, I think they probably both get a bit boring.
No, you've
Nah,
got your
I
own
think-
control.
mate,
You're going up,
you ever
down.
been? You ever been snorkeling? Fucking beautiful down there.
It is.
I have.
Only like after a while, it gets completely dark, mate.
I know what you mean. Like you could
The more
fly
you go
past
down.
like the Himalayas or like
yeah,
you
you
all
could fly
this.
through shit.
Yeah, but like I could go past the coral reef. Go and see all the shit there.
But we could do that. We could do that now.
Go say hello to Nemo.
Brilliant.
Nemo.
I mean,
That-
I
that
mean,
well-known-
you can't do that now. You can't. You're not allowed to fly to Australia now.
Yeah, but we'd be birds.
Yeah, no, but you can't go underwater.
Oh, as a
What?
fish. Is that a new rule?
Is that the rule? You're not allowed to swim.
Yeah, well, birds can't swim, really, can they?
Wait, what? What's
What are you
happening here?
talking about?
What?
Wait a minute.
I
You said you can't swim to the
I said
anymore.
I can swim.
You can swim.
Oh,
but
as
we
in you're
can't
saying
swim.
because we're birds, we couldn't swim
We
to the
can't
Great
swim.
Barrier Reef.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
What we'll do is we'll swoop down, pick you up, and we'll fly
Yeah, there you
together.
go. I'll just be like, give us a lift.
Give us a lift, and then we'll go to Australia and live happily ever after.
Yeah, there you go.
Wasn't it New Zealand? Anyway,
Or New
let's
Zealand.
end this
Well, whatever.
podcast.
And on that note, thank you everyone for listening. It's been a pleasure. Episode 18. We've had a ball. Please check us out on Instagram. Check us out on YouTube. This should be out probably on the week of the 3rd of May. Don't know when, don't know how, but it will be there. Anyway, boys, thank you for joining me. Thank me for joining you. And it's been great. Bye-bye, everyone.
Why did the boy throw the butter out the window?
Why?
He wanted to see a butterfly. See you later, everyone. Big love.
Bye.